Hello, YouTube. This is Mickey D bringing you another episode of Stationeers, episode 28. And this is, hang on one second. Okay, sorry about that. I've still got that kind of tickle in my throat there. Um, so, this is, pretty much not long after I didn't stream yesterday. I was going to, and then I ended up doing a whole bunch of oxide runs, um, and which, as you can see, our tank is. I'm draining the base right now. There's some pollutants in it, so um, and really one of these days we got to get that automated. Um, but um, yeah, I think I did. I ended up doing like I don't know. I think it was 4 or 5 oxide runs, complete full inventories, everything. 3, 4, 5. Well, obviously I don't have any bag on me right now, but and I grabbed some volatiles as well. No ores or anything. And then I did, which was I still got to obviously work on this room. Um, I ended up making it one wider. Just the too wide was driving me nuts. I figured it was going to end up being way too cramped, and this way we can, have some room to work with. Um, I'm actually thinking about bringing it out as wide as the whole entire base, um, but maybe later on because I'm tired of mining oxides. Because it's what here? So 1, 2, 3. I have to go, yeah, 2 more over, and that would cover pretty much the whole base for the main area in here. Um, I don't know. Probably won't worry about it because honestly, we can build through the floor. So even if we come up and over, we can just pop the panels and pop a line up. Uh, so I did run into, and I gotta change this a little bit here. Hang on one second. I did run into one issue yesterday, which was kind of interesting. And we'll probably have to address at some point. So you can see I'm depressurizing the base right now. I'm only running the intake in here, which, by the way, if I don't know if it's still going to do it. Yeah, like obviously it's pulling all the atmosphere out here, but yeah, I really hope they get that to speed up because it takes so long to pressurize and depressurize, and obviously it's making a vacuum here, but it's not really pulling it. The farther you get away from it, the higher it gets. But anyway, so while I was depressurizing, and I had the one on in each room. All of a sudden, I started getting the I had the base nearly depressurized, and then all of a sudden it jacked up to like 126, and I was just like, what? Turns out that by having multiples of these running on the same line, it actually built the pressure up too fast. We were pulling in too much air at once, to we were basically giving more air to the filters than the filters could handle. So it basically pressurized the line all the way back up. It overpressurized them, and it burst in like 3 spots. There was like a section in this wall, over the intake on that side, and then over the intake on this side. So yeah, like right on the elbows. So I kind of had to tear apart the walls and get into it to find out where, because I fixed the 2 broken elbows, and then I was like, I can't pull anything in. So um, I tracked it down, and it was, yeah, the section in there. Autosave. There we go. So obviously something that's going to need to be addressed if we want to keep going with having more than one input, which I do like because it depressurizes the base faster. But obviously the pipes can't handle it. So maybe we put, oh, hang on a second. Oh, sorry about that. Um, so maybe we put, I don't want to say pressure regulators. That's probably not really going to help. Maybe we put the, oh, what am I thinking of? What's the, do a pipe analyzer and then tie it into the vents. I think that is a, yeah, data and power. And then basically set it so that it will, cut the intake off if the pressure's too high in that section. Whether or not that's really going to correct the issue, I mean, I think we'd have to put a pipe analyzer before basically each vent. It'd be one way to do it. Or maybe we just have one pressure analyzer, like here. And if this is maxed out, but the problem is we didn't blow here. We blew up here. So I think what was happening was, this is the end of the run over here. So it started here. So I think what happened is this one filled up the pipe until, it basically got, to where this one basically ties in. This one filled up the pipe to where the next one is, which is somewhere on the other side of the wall over here. I can't remember. It might be right across from that one. What do we got? Tanks, wall, there. So yeah, it's somewhere right around in here. So that blew, and then the section in the middle blew. I want to say it was somewhere maybe in there. So it might be because we've just got so many of these so close. This one, the one on the other side, and basically the rest of the lines back there were fine. So obviously it filled up all that. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll have to kind of figure it out. Maybe we put a couple of them in. I'd imagine there's a better way to probably manage that. I'd really like to have more than, the one vent. So I guess that warrants a little bit more testing to see if the bottleneck is the pipe that it's putting into, say like the elbow, or if it's the pipe, or if it's filling up the pipe back to, they're basically all filling up the pipe, but since this is putting in, once those pipes are full, then basically it blows that up. I don't know. We'll have to see. But right now, the workaround is I'm just running one intake. And that seems to be preventing the issue. We're not having anything explode. We're getting up there. So hopefully, we'll continue letting the base drain. Unfortunately, because I was messing around with that, I did not get the cables and stuff made like I wanted to. So I will probably, we'll get some cables going here. And I want to get some heavy cables first, because we are going to need those. And we're going to need a couple of lights down there as well. Yeah. And obviously now I'm really hesitant to put an air intake down there because we are having the issues. Obviously the air outputs seem to be fine. So, that doesn't seem to be, that doesn't seem to be causing any issues, which I would imagine it wouldn't because, we're filling up the base, we're emptying the pipes, so that should, I would imagine, be fine. Let's see, we'll make like some for now. We'll go ahead and grab the battery. Probably gonna want some transformers. We'll take the 10. We'll make a few more. And we definitely need to get the lights going on here. I want to fill in that spot in the hole first because I've fallen in that thing like 3 times now. Okay, so we should. And we're going to run into the interesting issue that there we go. We're not. So if we pull up the batteries, we're going to lose all the power in them. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to want to get these hooked up so that we can pull. I guess we're gonna want to get a couple batteries set up so that they can charge, and because obviously we don't want to. And I'm gonna assume that's probably good for now. We'll probably need more, but anyway. And how many do we have? 7. Okay, so we need quite a few of those too. So what we're gonna run into is when we obviously we don't want the pipes to be without power. So we'll need to get a battery set up in there and tied into the grid so that we can disconnect these because we're going to lose whatever's charging them. So I think the smart thing to do would be to disconnect these from the input, let them discharge, and we'll let the other batteries charge, and when we run out of power, we'll just, we'll get everything set up so that we should actually have some charge in there by the time we go to swap the batteries. And then, and if we get it all set up in advance and we have enough of a charge, then we can, I imagine we're probably going to kill the charge in there anyway. But, it would be, I guess, nice to not, waste all the energy that we have in the batteries. So, ideally, if they can be, empty when we pick them up, that would be great. Because they're going to be empty either way when we put them down. And I'm going to say that's probably pretty good for the cables now. And we can probably just do that. Take those with us. So 1, 2, 3. We'll start off with 3. I really don't know if we need to build a large transformer or not. Probably. I guess it wouldn't hurt. And we probably want to build steel and electrum. I think everything is in here because it's making steel frames. Yep. And electrum's probably... I don't know if we still have any electrum or not. Shouldn't... Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, we'll get this topped off. And... we'll get... transformer made. Do we need more than one? Probably not. I think what I'm going to do is... I don't know. Let's take it down there and see. Oh, I know what we need before we really do any of this. We need some lights, because it is dark in there. Oh, and lights are in here, aren't they? Come on, lights, lights. Oh, oh, lights. Yeah, oh, I don't know if we have any silicone processed. I don't actually need those. Throw the iron in there. What do we need? Iron, copper, and silicone. Copper. And oh, we do have some ice cubes. That's right. They look like ice cubes. We'll throw the electrum back in there just because we might need it. This is the electro, so we might as well just keep the solder in there. We'll throw the gold and the steel in there. Alright, I'm going to say we need at least 2 lights. Okay. Okay, we'll go with that. We should probably actually put one over here too. Or over here. And I still want to do a doorway. 3, 4, 6, 7. And thinking we can do... Try that. One, 2 and a half, 1, 2 and a half. And we'll try something like that. Okay. And how are we going to want to run this? I think we're just going to run them back for now. There we go. And that should be pretty good. I'm just trying to think of how we want to do these, because if our batteries are sitting down here, generator, maybe we'll put the generator locker, generator, and tie in. That way we'll have generator power tying in, main power tying in, or the solar power tying in. That can go to the batteries, and then the battery banks can output to the transformer. And the transformer can output to the lines. Now, maybe I should have just ran that down the center. Well, we can always move the wiring if we need to later on. Oh, autosave. And we'll get a corner here. One of these ones is the one. There we go. Oh, nope, not there. Am I running out the wrong way? Yeah, I am. There we go. And that'll work. And I'll just run these down to so I think we're going to want we're going to use a ton of wire in doing this. I should just go ahead and start making more. Actually, this shouldn't be too bad because we can actually, you know what? Yeah, because we're going to need to pull off of these for the line upstairs anyway. I'll probably end up getting rid of this one and running it across that way, and then, you know, we'll pull off from there. I'll tie that in like that for now. Alright, so that'll give us some lights down here. We've got our line ran down, so we should hopefully be able to fill that in and get some lights going in here, and then it'll make it a lot easier to work down here. And however, yeah, the base still isn't drained. Alright, I'll pick those up. Yeah, we're gonna definitely need more regular wiring. And yeah, the copper's over here now. So we're making those lights. Better get the iron out of there as well. Copper, silicone can just stay over in here. All right, so we're gonna need, I guess for now, is just the wiring. Just let it make more cable while we hook up some of this stuff. Cables, cables, cables. Come on. Yeah, regular cable coils. And we're probably... Actually, let's drop that there for a minute. So... I kind of want to just split that off. We need to get the other one charging. So... we shall... add... Now, is this the one that we can't... We can do a four-way... we can do a three-way. That'll work. There we go. So we've got power going in there. We can get some power going in down there at some point. Yeah, we're making some cables now. Where are we at? 17. I'll shut that off for now. I want to make an insane amount. All right. So let's grab the transformer first. And we need the heavier wiring. Let me get this going. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention yesterday, I saw, if nobody's seen it yet, which it's not quite exactly new, so, but it looks like their devs are kind of focusing on mod support right now. So hopefully they put the Steam Workshop kind of on hold for now, you know, which really just had you know, maps, worlds, pre-builds sort of thing, bases, and I guess they're going to get the modding. They're calling it, I think, the modding interface, but basically, I guess the modding API up and running. So hopefully we'll see, you know, a lot of cool custom. We didn't need to go that far. Items coming in, you know, probably. Obviously, it's gonna. Modders are gonna have to learn it and stuff and make models and whatnot. So, you know, but hopefully. Now question, is this going to backfeed to the... No, it should be fine. It's all heavy line, so even if it does backfeed to the solar panels, it's not like it's going to hurt anything. So we'll set that there. And get this hooked up. Okay, that'll give us our power going in. Now I kind of want to... You know what? That's not... Well, we don't want that there. No, because the batteries will take as much as we can give them. So we don't need to tie that in. We need the transformer after the batteries. Yeah, put that in the wrong spot. Okay, so yeah, we'll get this straightened out here. We're still gonna need that turn. Yeah, that'll be fine. And then we're gonna run down and yeah, so we're gonna need a lot more heavy cable then. Because what we'll do is we'll run our batteries, you know, along here. That'll be the supply line, and then off the front of it, going into the transformer, will be the outgoing line for the base. And then we'll just set that. So maybe we'll run a heavy line out from the batteries. Just in case. And that way, we don't have to worry about if we draw too much from the batteries at once. You know, it'll be basically, the line will be protected. And the worst it'll do is we'll have brownouts until we come down here and either bump another transformer in. Let's see, let's not make this all crowded. So if we put, say, one here, I think will work pretty good. And they don't center. That's really annoying. Yeah, we'll do like one there. And then we can have, oh, we can actually pull that line up because we ran too much right there. Or I should say I ran too much right there. So we'll have the generator sitting here. And then we'll have a locker, and maybe we'll keep some coal down here. And just in case we ever get into a, who knows, bad situation and have to run the generator for whatever reason. Who knows? Maybe we'll do an update and completely nerf the solar panels. It's always possible. And we can go ahead and just click that on. And unless it's night, that should actually be charging, which it's possible that is night. And let's go see. If it's not night, then I'll hook something up wrong. Yeah, it's night. Okay. That might be enough on the heavy cables for now, I think. Yeah, so hopefully we'll see some mods relatively soon. Once they put out the update. And hopefully, we'll see some pretty interesting things come out. And then we'll probably see some, first part will probably be alternates on stuff that's already in the game, but, that's good too. All right, and what else have we got? One battery. Yeah, so that should... Yeah, that shouldn't have any breaks in it, so that should, as soon as the sun comes up, that should start charging. Oh, we need to go back down here. And then we should be getting some power flow through there. And then hopefully pretty soon we can get these lights hooked up. Oh, yep, we got a little bit. Oh, we need to change those. I did see also on a... I saw that there is a... we don't want to run a separate data lot. No, I don't think we need to. We could... Well... I want to set up a power monitoring system later on. And... I think we're going to want those on a separate line. But for now, we will just run them pretty much regular. And I think when we're going to have 3 batteries. So if we space them out kind of even, I do want to be able to get to the power switch just for whatever reason. So there'd be 1 there, 1 here. And then we've got some room for expansion if need be. And we can always pull up the transformer and move it too. Okay, so if we take... transformer... Oh, of course it would tie in. Let's get a corner here. Yeah, so I did see that they have one of the things I've been griping about. I guess it's in the beta branch. So we'll do 5,000 watts right now, which is the max for, or no, is that the max for the, is it 5,000 for the, oh, I want to say it's 5,000 for the regular cables. Yeah, 5 kilowatts, so it should be 5,000, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we should be good there. So, and regular cable. Then I just really happened to use the last piece of that, or did I throw it down somewhere and forget? Actually came out a little bit farther. which is good. I kind of want those facing autosave. I kind of like to have the transformer down here. I don't know. I guess it works. If I don't like it, we can move it later on. We'll do all the polishing, automating, whatnot. You know, sprucing up of the base after we get all of the stuff in. We'll get everything working, and then we can automate and tweak systems. We still got to get hydroponics built. And someday that'll actually serve a use. Oh, other way. There we go. So it's on 5. So we're definitely getting some power coming in there. Definitely getting a charge. Yeah, if we turn on the lights. Hey! Yeah, I'm really hoping they'll do some more work on the lights. I mean, it's better than not having a light, obviously. And yeah, we definitely got to add some in there. But it definitely helps. Oh, you know what? We never... all right, let's go grab the e-reader, find out what we're actually at for a draw coming off of these. I think we should be all right. I mean, the line's not really broken up too much. So, I mean, you know, basically everything's coming off of this section right here. And what I need to do is, before we forget, is we need to break this line and make that a straight section. So that way we're not charging. Oh, we are still charging this one though. We can go ahead and break this line. Yeah, so we will get some heavy cable back. We actually don't need that one there now, because we're going to move the generator. Finally get it out of the way over here. I'll go ahead and break that and put a straight section in. This will be... It'd be nice to get all these out of here. So now those will drain. We're charging the new battery down there. It's draining these. And that way we shouldn't hopefully waste too much power. Though we are getting it from the sun, so probably not really that much of a waste. Okay, we'll top that off. And, well, yeah, that's going to drain that pretty quick. So, where is our... What do we not need in here right now? Well, we just move that there. Blue. Oh, yeah, this is what happens when you accidentally open up your helmet. Oh, 4.3 megawatts potential. 2.3 kilowatts required, which obviously we don't have a lot of machinery running right now, but we haven't ever had any problems with anything overloading. So I think we should just be able to run 1, 2. We can probably just tie into this line. I think that might work. All right, let's grab our winch so we can pull apart our welded blocks. Oh, so yeah, before I got distracted, it looks like in the beta branch, we do have... see, stairs, wall... Yeah, there should be floor, machines, so it should be somewhere around in there. Obviously, we're going to have some stone we have to dig through. Go get the mining belt. And let's throw those up there for now. All right. Well, yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, nice. That one will be drying soon, or drained soon, so we can pull that up and move it downstairs. Should work out pretty good. All right, where are we at? Oh, that's not too bad. Yep. So we might actually just be able to tie in right there, because that should run right on that wall. Yeah. All right, we're just going to drop. Let's swap that, drop that. So I think we should be able to tie right in there. Oh, the inventory jungle. Juggle. All right, yeah, that'll line up nicely. We don't have to run a ton of stuff for no reason. All right, and I think that's all the holes we got to dig for now, so we should be able to put the drill back. Once we, the other belt. And yeah, of course, all of our wire. We're definitely gonna have to make a couple more lights though. Jetpack's still on, isn't it? Yep. Yeah, so the looks like they've done the they've made a wired version of the tracking beacon. I don't know what else is all gonna be in the update, but coming up, and we can go ahead and throw the belt, the mining belt, back in there. So that'll be nice, because no more, as long as your base has power, no more losing your base, because your battery goes dead or whatnot. And the other benefit too is now, I mean, right now it's not really going to serve a huge purpose, but would be able to name them, and you could make an outpost or something. I definitely see him having more use on like a space map. If you've got a couple of stations. Okay, I think we needed a 4-way. There we go. And we should just be able to go straight to a... Alright, and we need a junction one of these ways. But hopefully later on, multiplayer servers, people can have bases, or get to the point later on where we can actually have a reason or need for more than one base. Then if we want like a mining outpost or something, then we'll actually have a use to go throw some beacons out and be able to name them, and not have to worry about running over there because they're going to run out of power. And where do we, oh, there it is. I was going to say, yeah, there we have another one to weld. All right, so that should be pretty good. That should give us, so obviously charging, we can throw in, we'll move the other couple batteries down, run out to the transformer. It'll feed the base. Why does that look like it's not? Because obviously it's not lit up. We might be, I mean, the other ones are probably providing enough power that doesn't actually need to run through it. I guess we can change this out to a 3-way real quick. Doesn't look like we're going to need the 4-way there. Yeah, and that other one should definitely, so we can go grab the, we will go grab the generator and that other battery, which should be dead now. We can move that stuff down here. Yeah, that one's dead. That one's almost, oh, we can go ahead and weld this plate now too. Yeah, there's no reason not to weld that. And we're going to actually need, oh, we'll just do this. That should, not iron frames, iron plates. Iron sheets, not plates. Yeah, we're definitely going to need, there we go. So I'd like to, oh, the base is almost completely drained. So I would like to hook the pressure, the air control console up. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. I'm not sure what all. I don't have, or I'm not on the beta branch, or I don't even know if it's available to the public or not, or if you have to, you know, be invited to it, or, you know, have access to it. They've added a wire tracker that you know you can actually place, run a wire input. You can run wire and data into it, so that way you can control it to switch on and off. I don't know, you know, put a motion sensor in the airlock, so every time you walk out, it automatically kicks the thing on. You know, who knows? And they've the only other thing I really saw was some cosmetic stuff. I think they tweaked some models. You know, I don't know what all else is in the works in it. I just saw a quick little blurb on it somewhere, either last night or this morning. I think it was this morning, or not this morning, this afternoon after work. It's obviously not out yet. I'm assuming that's the one that's where they're working on the mod interface as well. So hopefully that will be in there. And I don't really know what. I think there was they put some updated textures on some stuff. They changed the model, I think, on the gas tanks a little bit. Tracking beacon and some other models got a little bit of touch-ups as well. I don't know if I don't think there was any other new items added. And I don't know if, you know, there's any other programming or anything changes like that. Hopefully they'll come out, you know, it'll be out soon. And we should see it. I definitely would like the tracking beacon because I've already lost the base once, which was not fun. Let me see. That's our output side. Yes. So we'll throw one there. And we need one there. And one there. running. And come on, turn it around. There we go. Charge that. All right, let's go get that generator. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to leave the... we're doing all the wiring down here. We shouldn't even need... I say that, and of course now I'm probably going to immediately need the wiring. And we want to train. Yeah, we're definitely training. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have... well, we'll pull the generator up first. I should have not had the other ones tie back in yet, because now we're pulling off of that one and these ones. So it's going to make it take longer to actually get everything to drain. And I think we're going to have to pull this wall apart, because I'm pretty sure we've got chute inside of here. Yeah. Sheets. We'll definitely need those back, so we might as well just leave them over here. Our coal. Yeah, we don't actually need that on us right now. Oh, yep. See, we still do got... This is why I don't like about the chutes. Every time I load up the map, coal falls through. Or whatever's in it falls through, which I find highly annoying. Obviously a bug, but, you know, chutes aren't much use, you know, to act as a reserve, you know, storage, if the stuff's just going to fall out of it. Which that's one thing I'm hoping we'll actually get some type of, you know, storage, relatively soon. All right, so we want to pull off of that. Yeah, that should be fine. We should, oh, yeah, we can actually pull down that line now. We don't need that there. It's good. We'll definitely use the wiring somewhere else, so. I wonder how it should. Probably comes back to that line. All right, we'll pull that section of wall open as well. Oh, it's not that bad. Okay, so we'll just change this to a corner. That will get us up and running again. And we'll just clean this up. All right, so we'll go ahead and drop that now. Let's get these steel sheets. We can get these welded back on. Of course, there was a piece of wiring buried underneath there. All right, anything else we need to pull out of here while we're... Nope, I'd say that's it. And our door should still have... And what's that? And that's the power line running back there. So yeah, we want to leave that. All right, so let's get the welder out. Not the screwdriver, the welder. All right. Yeah, that'll be nice. So now the plan is we'll have later on we'll have a powered display. Probably move the battery charger over here, and you know, most importantly, we're not going to have this big pile of mess that we had right here as soon as we walk in the airlock. And of course, we've upgraded our oops. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go ahead and clean that up. And Come on. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. There we go. All right. So as soon as we drain that, we should actually probably be able to, we should, we're still gonna, we should just be able to make that a straight line running across. We won't need all that, so it'll clean it up a little bit more. It doesn't matter. One of these days we'll actually have grading. Yeah, I don't like the conveyors really at all. They, I haven't used them, but just from watching the dev videos, uh, it just seemed like they were, you know, I could just see stuff going, flying. Oh, this will actually, for once, the generator will actually line up in a halfway decent way. So we're going to put it all the way back. And that should work pretty nice. We can access the button, and we can put the coal in it. And then we'll do a, maybe we'll do a locker down here. Actually, I might drag one of the chests down here. And then, you know, that's enough to put some coal in. And it'll actually give a use for one of the chests, which maybe at one point will, at some point, we'll have the ability to actually get rid of those. All right. So what we should do is we should actually I can just turn off the transformer. That way we'll start pulling all the power from the battery up top. And it's still charging the ones down below. So while that is going on, which should be hopefully pretty soon, let's see, we can put back some of this wiring. We don't need the stairs. We do make a couple more lights since we're doing all the, and I probably got to move stuff back over here. Yes. Yeah, I'd really like to have some type of inventory system that we can like pull from, like, you know, Space Engineers inventory tied into like the chutes and stuff. Why did I just put that back in there? That way we can, you know, actually, you know what I kind of like, whose inventory system I like? I kind of like, what is it? Planet Nomads. You know, it's not bad. Oh, why do I keep putting? Stop putting stuff in the machine I don't need it in. And what do I need? Like iron. Yeah. There's that and like these tanks. I mean, you know, I dragged it inside the base when I first got it enclosed, turned it on, and that's it. It's never done anything since. So it's not, you know, I like to get rid of that. I have a nice little storage on the outside where, you know, my portable generator, portable air purifier is sitting. You know, one of the crates. I think we're going to want 2 lights. So, yeah, it would be really nice to get rid of those. I actually thought about just digging a hole and burying them. Well, not really burying them, but drop them in the hole. I've got a hole actually around the corner. Let's see, where do I want to put this? I kind of want to put it up over in here. We might be able to do something like that might work, because we can tie off of right there and run the power line over. And we're definitely going to need maybe if we just do one. know what? We'll stick it right there. Will probably work. That will let us. If we put a door down here, then we'll need power coming into that, and we can tie off, go up, and it should line up pretty well. Then we can just go straight through the wall. Actually, that'd probably work just as well. Maybe. We'll see. All right, so yeah, we're getting some nice charge down here. Oh, look at that. Yeah. And I think the rest of the base just shut off. Oh, no, not quite. I think we're pretty close, though. Yeah. All right, I'm going to call that good. So we'll go ahead and hook up the ones down below, back up, and put that last battery down there. Oh, that's right, we are hooked up. We just need to flip on the switch. So convenient. All right, so we want to, and when the base still hasn't completely depressurized yet. Holy cow, that takes forever. Yeah, some stuff uses it. Yeah, it is, and that is my plan, is to these basically 4 blocks are going to come out. The fabricator will sit over here, and then a doorway through here is going to go into where we're going to have like the hydroponics room. I haven't built the fabricator because I haven't really needed anything out of it yet. I mean, yeah, I could make, the nuclear batteries, but it's not really, critical. But the, I need the drill. But yeah, it also, depending on the machine, some of them use more resources as well. I do like that it has a queue, so I can queue up, if I'm going to build a whole little system there, I can do some pipes, do some vents, do, whatever. I don't have to just sit there and kind of either, bounce stuff between machinery. I can just dump everything into the fabricator. So that is kind of, but there is some trade-offs. But yeah, especially, I mean, I could see maybe getting rid of the auto lathe. I would probably still want the yeah, I'd probably get rid of the auto lathe and get rid of the pipe bender. I'd probably still keep the electronics printer just because it prints the cables so much faster. Quite a bit faster than the fabricator. And especially when you're, in the middle of building something and it's, I don't want to sit there and have to wait for cables. Because even sometimes, even with the, the printer is, sometimes I'm putting them down faster than the, than that can even keep up. All right, and I think what we're going to do is, actually, I do kind of like having them out from the wall. Just for the simple fact that if I put lockers or something in, then it's not going to bury them. So I think we'll just do that for now. And the plan is later on too, is that I'm going to go through and put the steel walls in and put the floor grates in. So basically everything's going to be, all the wiring will pretty much be covered anyway. and autosave. All right. So let's get this stuff re-hooked back up. And then I can go hook up the last of the stuff, and I think we're doing pretty good. Yeah, we'll definitely have to check the draw, because everything is coming from a more centralized. I mean, that was pretty centralized anyway, but I don't want to do that. Definitely got a nice little stockpile of cable coils there, though. Definitely want that. We want to take that battery down there. Let's go drop this off. And I need to, oh, okay. I want to make sure that that was actually scrolling. So it still doesn't pull off evenly. I thought the one of the patches there was supposed to make it so that they did pull off evenly. Oh, I just placed that backwards, didn't I? Yes, I did. Of course. There we go. And nice little junction. And we've got power again. I do hope they'll, I kind of hope they'll go through and, oh, yeah, the sun, it messes me up when the sun's not up, so it's not charging. I'm really hoping they'll go through and kind of finish off. Yeah, I really would like the automated inventory system. You know, I'd like to be able to have, you know, kind of, you know, be able to drop it in and have it pull stuff out. You know, so if I want to, you know, get to the point, and I don't care if it's really complicated and some, you know, I mean, that's kind of like what this game is, you know, everything's supposed to be pretty in-depth and complicated, and obviously some areas are stronger than others, and some of them's more towards realism and some areas aren't, but, you know, the overall concept of the game is it's supposed to be, you know, complicated, you know, builds. So, and I guess even the electrical system, I guess, is supposed to get more complicated. You know, this is kind of like the first iteration of the electrical system, you know, just the basics to get it kind of in and working. I hope they don't go overly crazy on, you know, I don't want like Greg Tech, like, you know, sending out packets and, you know, it's amps and volts and, you know, I mean, just having be able to supply power, but, you know, it would be nice to have a little bit more control over it. And so the inventory system, it would be really nice to be able to have, you know, have your storage some type, you know, and if I hook that into an arc furnace and I ask it for like an ingot, then give me an ingot. I mean, I'd like to see a Stationeers version of the, you know, applied energistics, you know, but give me, you know, make it, send it out to the fabricator, you know, send the resources to the fabricator. It makes it, you know, whatever. Have, you know, some big, you know, conveyor system, you know, give me gas systems with that too. You know, there's a lot they could do with it, and you know, get the systems integrated. But really, I would like to see them start to like kind of finish off some of the stuff that's in here that's not really done yet before they, you know, I don't want to see like a whole bunch of like, oh, here's part of this system and here's part of this system and here's part of this system. You know, it would be kind of nice that, you know, okay, go through, get the first iteration of everything in, and but you know, have it all working. I mean, I really like to see like some type of like distiller or electrolyzer or something. Um, okay, so it charges multiple. Okay. Yeah, as long as, I mean, as long as it's charging the multiples and it's not getting stuck on the first one, then, you know, that's fine. Um, that actually, oh no, because yeah, that one was fully charged, and then that's what that one charged up to. Yeah, I did notice that because I noticed that on the other one they were charging. Um, now, oh, I really hope we didn't have it up there making a big pile of lights. Actually, I don't think I got as far as kicking it on because the battery went dead. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. We already made the lights. We just didn't hook them up. Oh, that's right. Okay, almost made extra lights. Yeah, so now we got a big empty spot over here. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. And we should be done with the heavy wire for now. We throw the steel, the electrum, and that in there. And I want to grab the blue cable. Let's go see what we're pulling off down there now. Yeah, I'm really hoping they add a reactor. You know, I like to see a reactor with like cooling systems and, you know, add radiation in. You know, I wouldn't mind. Oh, looks like the sun's up. So we're not putting that much through right now. 2.4. Wall cool. Oh, yeah, because the base is pretty much depressurized. So, yeah, that would air out. And we're still down to 1 kPa down here. Still has not. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I'd like to see a couple more different power generations. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing some type of you know, you know, couple of like different types of reactors, potentially. You know, I wouldn't even mind having like some type of steam turbine. You know, where you know, we've got water as a resource, so you know, there's no reason we can't heat it up, turn it into steam, and pump it through. Or, you know, on the moon, probably not really so much, but, you know, if they added like a geothermal source in, you know, you go find one and build your base next to it, type in, get heat off of that, who knows. You know, there's a lot of stuff they could do. Yeah, so we should. Well, we're down to 0 pressure over here. Is it just downstairs that's at the 1 kPa? Yep, sun's up, so we are charging. Go ahead and kick that off for now. Oh, you know what I want to make? Actually, I want to go ahead and make the door. Never made the door to that room yet. Pipe, sign, walls, floor, leave. Oh. Yeah, we'll make the door. Get that up and running. So what do we got? We got the 2 lights, the door. Yeah, it just looks weird not having those there. that battery was there. Like, it was one of the first things I built in the base. Oh, let's see. Do we want... I want power on this side, I do believe. Yeah, maybe not. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, fine. Do it this way. Yeah, and I did notice these. I think these ones, unlike the air... Yeah, you can only pull power on one side. Yeah, if I turn around the other way, then... I kind of like to have an option of the door, too, where it's in the middle. You know, split it through on the middle. That way, I don't know, you get a little bit of overhang on either side. Yay, doors. All right. And yeah, that doesn't interfere with there. And I'm debating. I kind of... Yeah. No. Yay. Nay. Where is it? It's 1 over, right? And it's actually in line with that. I maybe just run the line down and over that way. Yeah, that'll probably work. Yeah, right. Do something like that. And I think we should just be able to put... Yep. Yep. And that one I think we're going to want a corner on. Yeah, we'll just tie right in down to there. And then maybe we can move some of the stuff upstairs to... it's not really going to matter. If we have the grating on, you know, if it's running down above or below, it probably doesn't really make... I kind of like having it in the floor opposed to the ceiling, just because if it's in the ceiling, then, you know, we're kicking in the jetpack because it's high enough, in which right now I'm standing on this so I can reach it. There we go. Should not... Well, actually, I'll just come out with them like this. All right. Yeah, actually, I can go ahead and weld that. I still think I might need to move those lights a little bit closer and add another one down here in that room. Yeah, I'm really hoping for some more lighting, you know, and obviously that they do something to, you know, have it be able to go more than a couple of blocks. Come on. Thank you. And we should... Yep, we should be able to run this right down. So we're going to need a junction. Very nice. Oh, we still got to get the one up around at the top of the stairs too. Ah, and I should actually add some guardrails in. Since I'm not planning on moving the staircase. I'm trying to remember, I think last... Nope, okay. can, there we go. Just managed to make it. Oh, autosave. Yeah, I should really turn that autosave down a little bit. I will say the game is really stable. I mean, I don't think I've had it, I don't think I've ever had it crash. Okay. So, we've definitely got some room to expand down here. I really wish you would kind of stack the batteries, but hopefully they'll come up with, you know, some kind of bigger batteries. Though, I mean, I guess overall the batteries are decent size. And maybe like, it'd be kind of nice to see a couple of tiers of the, you know, the base batteries. You know, we've got a whole bunch of tiers of the small ones, but there's not, you know, we basically got the one for the base right now, and that's it. And come on, get stuck on the stairs. And I believe that's just a regular corner. Yes, regular corner. We'll change that to a 3-way corner. Beautiful. All right, we get some lighting. Let's see what it actually looks like. Oh, well, that's definitely bright enough over here. Yeah, that corner's a little dark, but that's all right. Definitely bright enough here, bright enough here. This is probably not too bad, actually. Seems like maybe it could use one more light. Maybe move that one over one more and move one over here. But overall, not bad. But one of these days, I will actually have, you know, some finished walls and stuff and not just blocks. Yeah, that'll definitely work, though. So that upgrades our, you know, expands the storage capacity a little bit. I'll probably watch it for a couple of cycles of day-night cycles and see. I'm interested to see now with the 2 base batteries, the panels were, and with what we normally have idling, which is basically I always have the filters on. The lights are always on. The airlock's obviously always on. The gas regulators and whatnot are always on. I usually just leave the machines off if I'm not using them. You know, all these displays are up and running and whatnot. And a couple of computers right now. And with 2 base batteries, they were going to full charge. And so now with the 3rd one, we also added a couple more lights on. Then it'll be interesting to see if we let the base idle for a little bit, if those will get to a full charge. Obviously, it's going to start charging the 3rd battery at least some, because I think it was about noon. We might actually fill up a 3rd battery, and if so, I'll go ahead and move the transformer down again, which honestly I should have probably just put the transformer all the way over here, because we have enough battery. We have enough to put another battery in there. And I could actually put these a little bit closer, because as long as I can, you know, basically jump on one and hit the switch, then, or honestly, I'm never going to shut them off. So if I do the spacing right, I could start at this end, put one down, flip the switch on, put one next to it, block the switch, but it's already on, so it doesn't matter. It's not like I'm ever going to turn the switches off. Yeah. And it'll be interesting to see if we get how much more storage capacity we get. Yeah, if they add decay, that's gonna kind of really, I'm not really gonna like that, especially on the cables. yeah, if they have cable decay, I could see on machinery that might break. Like yeah, your batteries, um, your machines. Yeah, I could see your doors. Um, as long as it's not insanely fast. Have things break. Give it a visual. Make the thing start looking rusted or something. I don't know. Make the display start to crack. I don't know. You know, um, so that we have some idea before it goes out. Um, but having like the wiring and the piping and like your logic chips and stuff like that you're gonna bury in the walls, yeah, that would suck because honestly, in real life, we stick pipes in the house and we can have the same. I mean, the pipes in my house are from before 1970. You know, so obviously, you know, pipes and stuff last, wiring lasts. I've got wiring in my other one of my rentals that's from 1960. That's perfectly fine. Honestly, it's two wire, not three wire, but in of itself, the wiring, there's nothing actually wrong with the wiring. Um, so I kind of don't really agree with that. If it's something with mechanical parts or something like that, yeah, definitely. Or yes, have an option to turn it on or off. That way, if you want like your hardcore survival server where things are gonna break all the time, you can do that. If you want I want a survival server, but I don't want things to break very often or not at all, then you can do that. Um, yeah, there should definitely be some control over it, I would think, or you know, I would hope at the very least, and I would hope that it doesn't. Either way, I would hope that it's not going to, because that's the last thing I want to do is, I'm working on something else, and then all of a sudden something doesn't work. I mean, what are you going to do if your base is pressurized, and say one of your airlock doors breaks? Are you going to bust a hole in the side of your base and let your whole entire base depressurize so you can fix one airlock door, or the piece of wiring for your airlock door burns out, you know or not even the door. Well, I guess the door is kind of a bad example because, well, no, because it won't. Well, you're supposed to be able to crowbar them, but if they're powered, you can't crowbar them. So that would be that's I can see samples, times where you're basically gonna have to, it could really screw up. I mean, I'd hate to be playing the game and then have 30, 40 hours into a base and getting all built up and everything, and then all of a sudden something goes out that just you know I mean, if you got pipes decaying, what happens if your volatile pipe to your um to your furnace? What happens if that ruptures and all of a sudden your base is filled full of volatiles, and if you're on a server and it busts when you're gone, and then you come in and your whole entire base has been I mean, I don't know. Watch one of my episodes. I think it was like around episode 12 or something. You haven't seen it? I get a fireball. I think I caught it on. I think it was when I was streaming. I had a volatile pipe burst, and I had a fireball go through my whole entire base, and I just watched it jump from machine to machine to machine and basically destroy everything. Um, Luckily, it was before an autosave, so I was able to actually just roll back and fix it. But I mean, that's the issue you run into when you start having pipes and stuff burst, and that could get that could escalate pretty fast, pretty easily. Um, so yeah, definitely would want that to be something that is we have the option to turn on or off, and really, yeah, I do not think it should affect either wiring, pipes, logic, computers. I could see it maybe affecting the computers. But then again, I mean, I've had computers that were 20 years old. And, they worked fine. So, you know, I don't know. We'll see. I'd say I'm not overly thrilled with the idea, to say the least. Oh, no, I did not want to do that. All right. All right, so I think we're good in here. That definitely cleaned up our wiring a lot, which is nice. And our base is finally completely depressurized, which is nice. And wow, we're still showing, yeah, that's the thing, we're down at like point something. So, the quick fix to that. As we do that. Yay, no atmosphere. No, wow, we still got a little bit in here. Yeah, I really... Yep, have a good night. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Really? I got a giant hole in the side of my base and you're taking that long to depressurize. Yeah, those little cross members, they really hold back the airflow. Yeah, there's some pretty funny moments in there. Why am I reading that there's 100 and... Oh, PA. Okay. Alright, let's get this all... Yeah, I'm really hoping the kind of the air system is something that will kind of... Obviously, there's an issue with... a lot of stuff does not tick over fast enough in the game. Regulators, obviously the air. I mean, yeah, I've still got pressure in here. And, yeah, I really hope that's one of the things that they'll address, relatively soon. Like I said, I'd like to see some features finished off before they go too much into, I don't want to see more half completed systems. I can understand if you get, if it's you add a system, it's kind of the basics. Oh, hang on one second. Okay. Oh, my throat was killing me there. I don't really want to have a whole bunch of half broken, things aren't really working systems. I hope to kind of polish a little bit. I mean, obviously it doesn't have to be complete. It's, it's an early access game, but get it in there, get it working, get the basics running, and then go through and add on the next thing. And then once you get all the systems in, then go through and polish it. And it would be kind of nice if the welder and the drill didn't look so close because I grab the wrong one all the time. All right, so the whole base should be depressurized now. Oh, I got an autosave, and so we'll get that repressurized, and yep. So I'm gonna call this good for this stream. We've got the whole power storage system moved, kind of cleaned up, expanded. You know, I still got to bring like a chest or something down here to store coal in, maybe. But honestly, I can't even remember the last time I ran the generator. You know, I think we've got I don't remember how many. I think it's 14 solar panels up top, something like that. You know, we're generating plenty of power. Like I said, it'll be interesting to see. I'll probably just sit here, AFAC away, and see how long. See if we're actually the three batteries. If we're still gonna slowly fill those up and get to the point where, you know, we're definitely topping off the 2 batteries. So it'd be nice to see if we top off. I doubt we're gonna top off 3 batteries, but it would be nice to see how much more, you know, we're gonna be storing. And I guess next episode is maybe block out that while the base is depressurized, I want to go ahead and add on the hydroponics area, and I want to go ahead and add on the, you know, we'll do that little corner so we can get the space to set up the fabricator. Honestly, we might already have space. Well, no, we don't want to do that. I'm going to say we could move a machine, say like the auto lathe, and put it where the generator and the batteries were, but I kind of want to leave that. Like I said, I want to move the battery charger over there, and you know, maybe have I like to get a monitoring system for the batteries, because, you know, we don't usually have a problem with it. Like I said, we got plenty of storage, plenty of generation, you know, but I don't want it to be running up and down the stairs all the time to try to figure out how much you know, are we running low on power or not? You know, I don't want to wait until the lights go out to be like, oh, yeah, we should have expanded the system, you know. And so I think the next episode is probably going to be roughing in the hydroponics and roughing in the maybe getting the fabricator set up. Hydroponics, I haven't messed with it all. So that'll be kind of interesting. I'm kind of holding it off to last because it doesn't really have a use. I mean, granted, yes, I could pump CO2 in there and turn it into O2, but, you know, we don't really have a lot of CO2, so, you know, we're not really going to be getting a lot out of it. And if I can remember which tank is CO2, which that is another thing. I need to go through and label the tanks. It's been so long now. So oxygen, nitrogen. I want to say this is volatiles, which, no, that can't be volatiles. That's way too low. This might be the volatiles. I believe this is carbon dioxide. Yes. So, pretty sure it's oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, volatiles, water, and pollution. Why I'm keeping pollution, who knows? You know, maybe one day it'll have a use, maybe it won't, and then we'll just vent it outside. But yes, I'm filtering it out right now. That's why outside the base, the waste pipe that comes off the filter system doesn't actually have a vent on it because there's nothing to vent. We're collecting everything. Probably eventually what I'll do is, well, no, the pressure tank has no maximum. So the pollution line, I should actually put a back pressure regulator, just set it to 0 so that it will drain the line, push everything into the tank. As far as I know right now, the tanks have infinite storage. So I could see the issue whereas I'm not paying attention. Eventually down the line through tons and tons of smelting and whatnot, the pollution gets high enough that we end up rupturing a line. But, it would take quite a while. But it's still, it would happen sooner or later. So yeah, the CO2 we don't really have. I mean, that's all we've produced. So, uh, you know, it doesn't seem really worth it. And they really need to work on, if you can do the nitrogen oxygen mix, there obviously needs to be more nitrogen source because, you would do your 80-20. So, that the ratios don't work out. But anyway, yeah, early access. So, we'll see where it goes. Yeah. So next episode should be. Yeah, I'm thinking still. We'll move the locker, and what I'm thinking is eventually. So we'll move the power charger probably over here. Power display. I'm probably going to put the air control back in. I want to save it. I might do it off camera. There was that bug that when you flood filled with the air control, it was basically losing a ton of pressure. A couple of the older episodes we went through that, and they've supposedly since then fixed it. But it's one of those things I want to do a save immediately before flood fill it. And I know we have enough oxygen in the tank to get it up to 100 kPa in the base. And we should have about 1,000 to 3,000, somewhere around there, reserve right now. I liked a little bit bigger reserve just because, we run the furnace. We're going to be burning oxygen. Obviously, we're breathing it. But that was enough mining runs for then. So I kind of like to, flood fill the base, see if it stays, if it actually flood fills or if we lose, a third of our oxygen just magically disappears again. That way I can roll back if it does. And yeah, I might do that. Well, okay, no, I don't want to do that yet. I mean, it's going to be there, but I want to add on the hydroponics and the, get that area added on before I repressurize the base again, because it takes so long to depressurize it. I'm really hoping that they'll get to that at some point. But I'm thinking, this basically 4x4 area or 2x2 area should be more than enough fabricator. And then we'll tie in here, and I don't know, maybe we'll bump out a little bit and have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 3x4, 4x4 room for hydroponics. And that will probably be most of the base for now. I can't really see adding too much more. It's not like we need more storage for tanks. It's, we only really need kind of one more machine right now. I was kind of debating of having a separate machine set up for each alloy, and then, but that's not impossible to do. It would be kind of a really clunky, probably kind of setup. I'd like to be able to just, be able to say what I wanted and have it send it there, and but we'll see. I mean, I don't know. It's not that the system's kind of semi-automated and it works. So I think with what we have to work with right now, that works pretty good. It's, I'd like to be able to dump it into an inventory system, but, there's no automation for the inventory system. So either way, I still have to go pick it up, and take it to wherever I'm going to use it. But yes, so yeah. So next episode, I'm guessing, is going to be building this out and getting the fabricator installed, and and then we'll probably do the next episode of be hydroponics, and then I think after that, barring any issues, we're going to start trying to get as much stuff automated and finally kind of like polishing the systems and seeing how far we can take all that, which it's early access, so we can't really you know I don't know, maybe we'll get kind of crazy with it and get some stuff that works, but anyway, that's all part of the fun. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I'll see you guys in the next one, probably tomorrow. And then, depending on how it goes, either I'll do 1 or 2 episodes tomorrow. All right. This is Mickey D. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Have a good night.